Digital triggers with flexible controls can make troubleshooting problematic signals much easier. Here is a pulsed wave train with varying amplitudes. A traditional edge trigger will likely focus on the first rising edge of this wave train, but we can use the window trigger to focus in on a specific area very quickly. Let's have a look at how to trigger the highest pulse by using the window trigger. Let's start by pressing the auto button. This will set the scope to the default trigger type, which is rising edge. Note how the scope cannot get a stable trigger because there are many possible trigger points available. Even when we try single trigger mode, we can see that the trigger position is not fixed. Now set the trigger type as Windows trigger. And set the source to channel 1. The window type can be set to rise, fall, or rise and fall. Enter denotes triggering when the trigger signal enters the specified trigger level range. Exit denotes triggering when the input signal exits the specified trigger level range. Time is used to specify the hold time of the input signal after entering the specified trigger level range. The instrument triggers when the accumulated hold time equals the window's time. For the vertical window, below the top line only adjusts the upper limit of the trigger level. During the adjustment, the upper level changes accordingly, and the lower level remains unchanged. With the lower limit, we'll only adjust the lower limit of the trigger level. During the adjustment, the lower level changes accordingly, and the upper level remains unchanged. Both adjust both the upper and lower limits of the trigger level at the same time. During the adjustment, the upper level and lower level change accordingly. Here we adjust the upper limit of trigger levels until we can get a stable trigger. Note that when triggering on a positive pulse, the trigger type should be set to rising. When triggering on a negative pulse, the trigger type should be set to falling. And when triggering on either, the selected trigger type should be rise and fall. Here is a summary of the Windows trigger function. Choose the proper window type, set the proper trigger position, set the proper vertical window, and adjust the trigger level. Thank you.